I have a weird one for you today. I have a piece of YouTube chainmail history. Okay? I have a DVD in my hands. This is a double feature, and there's a note on it. It says J2H had it, Rick had it, Joe and Marie had it, Crazy Joe had it, now it goes to you. Pass it on. So this is the, there's the note. This is the double feature Kung Fu and Rub and Tug. So I guess J2H originated this, and what you do is you have to watch just Rub and Tug. You don't watch this one, which actually looks kind of good. Okay, don't watch that. You have to watch Rub and Tug. Our business is your pleasure. So you have to watch this and you have to say something positive about it. Now, I gave this 2 stars on Letterboxd, and this is not like the worst movie I've seen. So Crazy Joe sent this to me 10 or 11 months ago. He said that he sat on it for 3.5 to 4 years after Joe and Marie sent it to them. So this is a long time coming, pun intended. So he did leave me a note in here that says that Jersey Geek had expressed interest in it. So it's going to go to him next, but this is still going. This is still alive. So let's just look at what we have here. So I did watch this, and it took me a while because I watched part of it, and then I forgot that I had started watching it, so I watched it again. It says Lindsay Booth, Dawn McKellar. So let's take a look at these people. We have this guy. He played a character called Conrad. And this is about a rub and tug massage parlor, and I believe it's supposed to take place in Toronto. It's definitely filmed in Canada. And the whole movie, let me give you a little synopsis here. So this really cool guy, basically there's a guy that owns a rub and tug massage parlor, and he hires Conrad to be the manager of it, okay? And these 3 girls are the ladies. They're the masseuses, the massage therapists, perhaps. So, and I don't know why this girl's like grabbing herself. It looks like she might have a UTI, so I don't know what's going on there. But this one is just kind of like a B. This one has a nipple fetish, and then this one is an illegal immigrant to Canada. So there's some really weird establishing shots of this mall. It's almost like CCTV security camera footage of this mall, and you're supposed to understand that this massage parlor is inside a mall. Okay, weird. I mean, it's not weird, but I guess it's weird that like no one is ever in this mall, and it's not like the mall is populated. It's like it looks like a dead mall, and this is from 2002. Okay. The director is Sue. Where did it go? 2002. The director is Sue Liu, and I believe I think she hasn't directed a lot. Maybe like 1 or 2 things. This being one of them. So not really good. Now this says widescreen version, but this was Letterboxd. Weird. And there's a trailer which I didn't watch. I gotta be honest. It says soundtrack available at www.rubandtugthemovie.com. So, I mean, I should hope that it's still there. I didn't check that. I can't imagine they would let that domain expire. Let's see. Meet the girls of the Magic Touch Massage Parlor. Lee, she's always willing to lend a hand. Betty, she's a hands-on kind of girl. Cindy, she'll shake more than your hand. These 3 beauties are committed to their upstanding clients and their jobs. Their hands-on dedication has given them the reputation for the best service around. But their new manager, Conrad, is trying to run an honest business, and these aren't honest girls. Will Conrad be able to stop the girls from giving their customers a little something extra? Come and see. So that's basically it. Conrad gets hired as the manager. The owner is in this somewhat. I remember there was one scene where Conrad was pissing off the girls, and the manager shows up with like sushi, and he's like, oh, damage control, and it's like he's feeding them. I thought that this was like a fun bad movie. it was not really like, there was an overarching story to it, kind of, but it was very, I guess, haphazard, I would say. It was, so there's the story of Conrad is constantly trying to, he finds a condom wrapper and he's like, they're doing full service. And they don't want them to do full service because that's illegal and they'll get shut down. And I did some research into, I guess, prostitution in Canada. And in 2014, there was legislation passed in Canada because I remember I visited, the last time I was in Canada was in 2011. And I remember in like newspapers and like there would be one ad type publications and it would be like just a bunch of sex ads. And I'm like, is prostitution like legal here? And apparently it kind of was until 2014. So this was in 2002 and they could give like, a little extra something in the massage, but you couldn't do full service, or I guess that's illegal. But I was really curious as to like why. What is the point of this? Because like isn't like doing like a happy ending like kind of the same idea as like the full thing? But I don't know. I guess not. In Canada in 2002, I guess that was not the same thing. So there you go. But now you can't do that. So don't go to Toronto looking for a good time like that because you're just going to be asking for trouble. So basically, I guess I'll kind of spoil this because I don't think anybody's seen this except for the people listed on this note here. So if you have, good for you. I mean, I think this would actually be kind of cool to own because this would be one that's fun to like, have a couple drinks and then watch. It's that type of bad movie. Really, really good material here. But so you have Conrad, like I said, he's trying to keep them from doing full service. The girl that likes the nipples, she has a boyfriend that breaks up with her because she's keeping her massage life secret from him, and he breaks up with her for a stripper because he says that she is too tame. So there's that subplot. And then she goes and stays at this girl's house, and I thought that there was going to be like a lesbian thing between them, but there wasn't. It was weird. And then the illegal immigrant, she marries Conrad, and that was a weird thing because they basically crashed somebody's wedding to have their wedding. They got like married in like a courthouse, and then they just crashed a wedding to have a wedding scene. And I mean, maybe they really did crash a wedding and film it. Who knows? But then basically, Cindy has a crush on this one client because he's cute. So she is just like all about him the whole time. He comes in, he's like, "Can I just get a massage?" Like he doesn't want the happy ending thing, and she's really into him. But it turns out he's an immigrations officer. So dems to breaks, I guess. So that's kind of the end. Is she's supposed to be deported, and he's like, "Yeah, you're never going to be welcome back in Canada." And she's like freaking out. And by the way, I don't know why she was being deported anyway, because she married a Canadian citizen, and the whole point of her marrying him was that so she could be like allowed to be there. And they even brought that up. Like one of the girls was like, "But you're married." Like they were talking about how she's going to be deported, and she's like, "But you're married." And they just kind of ignored that fact. They brought up the fact that you did something so that you didn't have to worry about being deported, and then they just ignored that they even brought up that, and then they did it anyway. So she, like, for some reason makes like 1,000 origami cranes and gives them to the immigrations officer that's cute, and then he has like a change of heart and he feels really bad, and they're at the airport and he's like, "I gotta go to the bathroom," and then like he gets up and leaves her passport there, and she like sneaks off. But then we also find out that Conrad steals her money because she has like money hidden in her house from doing this full service to all these clients, and Conrad steals it. So basically in the end the girls all band together and they frame Conrad and say that he was forcing them, like basically trafficking them. And that was the movie. And it was, I feel like it could have been good. It just like the scenes and like the music and everything about it just seemed very, not even like DIY, just like low budget, and not in a good way. Like there's like DIY like independent filmmakers, and then there's just like low budget, like cheap feel. But I mean, this was early 2000s, so maybe that kind of lends into it. The whole letterboxed thing, like the quality of it just was very strange. It was a very bizarre feel. Um, but it could have been worse. It could have been worse. So, um, this guy ended up being in, he was in a couple things that I've seen. He was in the movie Blindness, which I enjoyed. It's like a sci-fi thing. He was in Crimes of the Future. Uh, I think he was the guy at the bar eating the weird purple snack. Maybe I think that was him. Very very weird guy. But yeah, this was just very interesting. There is some boobs, by the way. He hires a fourth girl that's like a total B, and there's like this really awkward scene where he's like testing her out, basically.
Just a massage, just like rubbing, basically rubbing. Right. And and then
But this is not like really that type of movie. It's like a normal movie. It's not like a soft core or anything. It's just kind of a lewd, inappropriate subject matter. But it's not like a raunchy movie, I would say. Um, Other than the theme. So there you have it. I'm going to be sending this to Jersey Geek. I will reach out to you and make sure that the address I have is still relevant and up to date, and then I'll send this out to you so that you can watch it. And I'm very curious to know more about this. I don't know. I'm just very surprised that any of these people worked after making this. But thanks to Crazy Joe for sharing this, and to everybody. This was so weird. Like this, I thought that this was super fun. Honestly, it's like a nerdy chainmail type thing. So pass it on. One positive thing about it was I thought it was fun. I thought it was fun. So, yeah, I thought that it was a good time. There were some genuine laughs that I had. So it could have been worse. I mean, it could have been a lot better, but it also could have been worse. So, thank you for watching this. I'm so sorry, and I will see you next time.